So office hours are drop-in hours that the professor has for each of your classes. If you are struggling in a class and you just need that extra help, you can always drop in and say, hey, what can I do to bring my grade up? If you already have an A or B and you would like to keep that grade, you can also go in there and talk to them about that. How am I going to keep the grade?
Go to office hours. I am not very strong in math, and I'm telling you right now, the only reason I have a B in my math class is because I went to office hours.
If you cannot get to their office hours, is just communicate with them. Talk to them after class, talk to them before class, email them. Let them know that you're having a problem and they will help you. And if they can't help you understand it, they know who to send you to get you that extra help.
Don't be intimidated. Not only as a staff member here at OSU, but I'm also a grad. So I'm an alumni from Oklahoma State, and I will say that the reason that I have been able to be successful both inside the classroom and in my career is because of the people that I'm surrounded by. And I think that we have the unique opportunity of being on a campus where our faculty really are supportive and they really do actually care about our students' success.
I know it may be hard and you may be anxious, but I would recommend just going to the office hours. Take the first step and just go. You never know what connection you might make if you kind of just jump head in and just be ready to get out of your comfort zone.
They want to help you, but the only way they can help you is if they know you're struggling. The best way to let them know is to go to their office hours.
I took a course that was very rigorous my first semester, and the professor I had, she was kind of a down to business professor. Like, she was there to teach and that was her job. And that's totally awesome, that's great, and I learned a lot from her because she was that was her personality. However, that did make me intimidated and I was scared to reach out to her. I was like, oh my gosh, like she's so serious and I'm just not a serious person. I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna think I'm a goon. So I decided to go to her office hours, and it turns out she was one of the most funny people I had ever met in my life.
So professors can seem pretty intimidating, especially when you're new to college, but I promise they're human too, and they're there to support you and help you, at least academically. You got to do your part as well, though. You can't slack off and think your professor's going to pick it up. They're there to help you succeed, but you have to do your part as well.
The more effort that they see you're putting in and the more interactions they have with you, the more likely they are to remember you.
The first time is probably intimidating, but just go. I think you'll find that your faculty, they're just people and they really do want to help you.
I would definitely encourage students that if they see their professors out, Stillwater is not a huge place, and so you're going to have probably more instances where you run into instructors, and even if they don't know you, if you're in a large lecture, you'd be really amazed at how welcoming our faculty are and really how it tends to mean something to them, that you're willing to go out of your way and say hello to them.
These professors are just one way for you to make these connections around campus that could help you in your future. So it's really important that you actually meet them and talk to them and kind of just build some kind of rapport with them. Once you do that, your classes are easier. It's a lot easier to navigate your specific field. It just makes college that much more enjoyable because a lot of these professors are amazing people too.
At the end of the day, they really do want to know who they're teaching and who they're advising. So just maybe start with something that is technically important and then go into just getting to know them.
It's really beneficial to reach out to your professors. They're human too, they're here for you. It might be a little awkward at first to get used to, but once you do make that connection and you talk to them, it'll be easier and easier to talk to other professors and you can network that way.
Your professor could end up being your greatest mentor throughout your college experience if they see you as someone with great potential.
Asking for help is something that a lot of people have trouble with. At times, my pride held me back and I didn't want to ask for help. But your professors are waiting for you to ask for help. If you don't ask them, they don't know that you're struggling. They may see something like you made a bad grade on a test, but they may think it was just because you didn't study. They don't know that you just aren't understanding and that you need a little bit more help. You really, really just need to communicate with them. You need to talk to them because they will help you.
Professors can sometimes be a little intimidating during a lecture. Just like you kind of get into a mode when you're doing one thing, so can professors. And some professors are there solely during lecture to give you the information, and that's what they do. I had a personal experience with that my first semester on campus, and I had to go to his office hours to ask him a question. He is a great guy.
So I know in high school you didn't have to apply yourself to have a relationship with your teacher. It was kind of already just there. But in college it's a little bit different. You kind of have to be intentional and make sure that you are putting forth the effort. If you put forth the effort will be put forth in return. So I think that's my biggest advice to you, is just kind of go to your professor and take that first step.
They're not just here teaching, they're living it. They've lived it, and they're still working on it today, and they're trying to teach you what they've learned through many, many years of hard work. And if you actually sit down and listen and understand that they have been through it, you'll learn a lot more than just taking notes. You really just need to listen to them because they've done it.
Oklahoma State is a Research One institution, so most of them have research loads as well. So in their downtime, they're not just sitting at home, they're usually writing and researching. So understanding that although they're maybe not on campus all the time, they are working on projects behind the scenes. And I think asking your faculty what they're researching is a really good idea, because typically they're pretty passionate about what they're researching.
While your instructors are absolutely willing to help you and are dedicated to your success, it really does fall on your shoulders to take responsibility for your education. You know, recognize that you've made an investment by coming here and really utilizing the resources that are available to you. There are so many resources available, and your faculty members are one of those resources, but it really does fall on you to be willing to take the step and initiate those conversations.